And we are live. Welcome to another live stream, everyone. It is Evan, the Paramedic Coach. As you are coming into this live stream, write in the comments down below. Give me a hashtag, let's go. Tonight, I'm going to be giving away 3 Littman Cardiology 4 scopes. Here's number 1. Here's number 2. Number 3. And finally, a Macbook Pro. So, hope everyone's doing well tonight. I'm looking at my schedule here that we have for this live, and it's going to be a jam-packed live. If you can hear me and everything's okay, please give me confirmation down below. I know we have a lot of people coming on the live, so I want to make sure everyone can hear me because that would really suck. So, if you can hear me okay, let me know in the comments down below. We've only been live for about a minute, so I'm going to let people come in. We're already up to about 125 people. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'll do some shout outs here. So we got a jam-packed schedule on this live. I'm going to be announcing there's a 4th place, 3rd, 2nd, 1st place winner. So 4 total winners. We're going to be doing 3 lectures as well. So we're going to be going over cardiology tonight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through understanding an EMT level skill. Then we're going to go somewhere in the middle. Then we're going to work our way up to ALS. And it's all going to accumulate together. You'll see it'll be pretty cool. So I hope everyone's excited, ready to go. I'm ready to get excited. There's been a lot of cool updates going on with Paramedic Coach. The video vault is now 480 videos plus strong as far as the video vault course. Just add like 60 new videos to that. So I know a lot of you came in the last few days as new members. So congrats. Hope you enjoy it. And I've been, loving all the feedback from all the old members as well. So thank you so much for the shout out. Now, Angel says here, can hear you loud and clear. Anne Maurice is all cool here. So let's go. All right, let's get into it. So we're in about the 5 or 6 minute mark. We'll probably do our first 4th place winner, and we'll work our way up. So while we're doing that, let me get the board set up for our first lecture. Let's get into it. All right. So we're at 2:30. So a few minutes, we're going to announce our next winner, which will be for the first Littman Cardiology 4. Okay. So let's get into the first lesson. So it's going to be on heart blood flow. That's what we're going to do first. Okay. I'm going to move this an inch. I'm going to back up, and here we go. Okay. So let me draw some things out for you first. Let me tell you, everyone, I'm really just as excited as you all are. So I've been really looking forward to this live ever since I announced it. So I'm really looking forward to it as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so here's our board. Now, the first thing that we need to know about heart blood flow is if I say the letter A, arteries go away from the heart in heart blood flow. If it is the opposite, well, what's the opposite of away? That is towards the heart. So if you understand that simple concept, that's concept number 1. We're on a great path for understanding heart blood flow. Right? Now, next piece, another A and a V. I have the atria and the ventricles. So the next piece we got to know, the atria sits on top. The atria by default is not as strong as the ventricles underneath. Okay? So if we remember that, 2 A's, 2 V's. We're off to a pretty good start. Now, another pearl I want to give you. When we're talking about deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood, this is where everyone gets confused. What does that mean? Here's what it means. Before I get to the steps, what is the job of the heart? The job of the heart really has 2 main jobs. And I want you to remember these in your brain, because you remember these 2 jobs that it does, you'll never forget heart blood flow. And it has to do with the stronger ventricle. So the right ventricle, its job, it needs to get more oxygen in the system. And it does that by partnering up with the lungs where the oxygen is coming in. Okay? The left ventricle's job is to partner up with the aorta and pump blood that now has oxygen to the rest of the body. Okay? Now, here's where we start. We know our A's, we know our V's. So we start here in the venous system. So what's the biggest thing to remember? If I asked you, what side of our vascular system is going to have more oxygen-rich blood? If I asked you that question, what would you get back on that? Well, what we get back on that is, well, we're going to learn here, the venous side is going to have less oxygen in the blood. Why? It's already dropped the blood off. So the venous side is blood returning to the heart. With me? Okay, cool. Now, before I go any farther, I'm coming up on the 7-minute mark. I'm going to announce our 4th place winner. So let's get into it. So our 4th place winner is right here. I'll continue my lesson. So 4th place winner, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Our 4th place winner is Preston Brower. And I will put the name in the comments. Everybody say congrats to Preston in the comments. Preston Brower. And of course, I have your contact info here at Preston Brower. I won't shout that out in the live for you. So our 4th place winner, which is one of these Littman Cardiology 4s, we put that aside for Preston, is Preston Brower. Make sure I spell it right. Yep. Okay, Preston, you have just won. Either myself or someone from my team will reach out to you within 24 hours. Just so you're aware, if you're one of these winners, remember, you entered all your contact info. I got all your contact info. I got everything on it. You're good. Sit back, relax. I will be emailing you sometime within 24 hours to get everything set up. Usually I try to get the stuff out within 24 to 48 hours and then send you your tracking and you're good to go. All right, let's go. I'm excited, guys. Let's go. All right, let's go. So number 4 is done. Let's continue here. Now, we have with this, the venous system, SVC and IVC. They're going to accumulate going into the right atrium. Make sense? Okay. So we're in the right atrium with the blood. Where do we go now? Well, we're going to go down through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. Now, what did I tell you earlier? What is the job of the right ventricle? The right ventricle's job is to pair up with the lungs. The lungs is where our oxygen's coming in when we breathe in, right? Right. But how do we get there? Well, what did I say earlier? That arteries go away from the lungs, right? So that's what we do, right? Arteries go away from the lungs, okay? Now, here we go. So we're going to go over here. We're going to roll over here. Here's our pulmonary artery, right? Pretty cool? Okay. Now, we're going to pair up with the lungs. The gas exchange that occurs in the lungs is now going to bring oxygen through all the circulation going on with gas exchange. And what's going to happen is we're going to have blood return back. But wait, return back return back. Veins go towards the heart. It's the pulmonary vein. There it is. Okay? Pulmonary vein. We already went over here. We're not going back here. We're going on this side now. Right. Pulmonary vein. Because in heart blood flow, veins go towards the heart. Oh, yeah, that's one of my rules. Right. So now we're in the left atria. And what did I say about the atria? The atria, it needs to pass the blood down to the stronger ventricle. So it does that through our mitral valve. Now we're in the left ventricle. Pretty cool? Right. Now what do we do? Now we have oxygenated blood in the left ventricle. And the left ventricle is not going to match up with the aorta, which we can think of as the biggest artery, right? The most pressure artery. If you think about that, right? We're first learning it the first time. And now we're going to roll over. It's going to go out, I guess, this way. And now we match up with the aorta. How cool is that, right? So that is heart blood flow. If you remember the two rules, and write this down if you're watching, if you're first learning this, the A and the V, and the second A and the V. The atria doesn't go across. The atria always passes down, and then remember, arteries go away from the heart, veins go towards the heart. The artery, the arterial side, has the rich oxygen. That's great. The venous side, it already did its job. It's blood returning to the heart to make the cycle go all over again. And isn't it crazy that this happens? Think how many times that our heart is beating per day. And this process happens over and over. Now, here's what I want to tell you. So I want to tell you, we're at the about 11-minute mark. Around maybe 16, 17-minute mark, I'm going to announce our third place winner, right? But before I do that, I want to help you more. So here's what we're going to do. And I will try and do some shout outs as we're going along the way, but I want to knock out your winners, and I want to knock out these lessons for you so you can learn. So I totally get where you're at. So this is what a lot of people may call the mechanical side of the heart. The heart's job is to pump blood, but here's something interesting. What controls this process? Meaning, there's another side of the heart that we haven't talked about yet. That's the electrical conduction side of the heart. So hear me out here, folks. You may have heard about an EKG called pulseless electrical activity, PEA. It's really bad. You're in cardiac arrest. Well, in pulseless electrical activity, what we have is this mechanical side of the heart muscle, the pumping of it, it's typically completely infarcted in that rhythm. It's PEA. So in PEA, the electrical conduction that I show you, something's working in there because we have some sort of EKG going on. But this mechanical side, usually due to like a massive heart attack, for example, give you many examples. One example, this heart pump system is gone. So if we're going to master cardiology, we need to know the mechanical side of the heart and the electrical. So that's the mechanical. That's the heart blood flow. So now I want to go, like I told you, a little deeper. And now we're going to talk about conduction. Here we go. So remember this graph here, this giant heart that I drew out, right? And we're going to go a little farther, okay? So let's take care of this. Pretty cool? All right, good. So before we move on, I'm going to do a few shout outs. So I would say, I got some weird spots here, but all right. Let me get rid of these. So I'm getting rid of these weird spots on here. If you guys want to blow up the comments, I'd love to do some shout outs because there's so many of you and one of me, and I'd love to shout you out and kind of meet you here virtually. So blow up the comments, give me a hashtag, let's go. Sorry for these weird spots, but I guess I've been working pretty hard on the whiteboard. This whiteboard's lasted a long time, so we're doing good. So I want to do some quick shout outs real quick. We're at 300 on the live. Woo, let's go. So quick shout outs here. I'm going to do, here we go. So we got Guadalupe, Abu, Josh, Christopher, Ronald, Carl, Ratman, Johnny, Asips, TT Firefighter Gaming. That sounds awesome. Rifle, Ratman, Abu, Amanda, Alyssa, Carl, Jamie, Ratman, Rob, Fatima T, Kimber. Oh my God, Colin. Carl. We got James Brown, Josh, Dia. We got Ratman, Fatima, Alyssa, Rob, Varun, Ratman, Chelsea, that weird science guy, Spencer, Hayden, Donita, Andrew, Sarah, Tabitha, Fatima again, Trisha or Tracia. I'm going to go with Trisha, Josh, Aaron, Jordan. Let's see here, Regina, Airspree, John, Dia, Hugo, Tracy, Jen, Eli, all at once, Frank, Stephanie, Floyd. You guys are blowing the comments up, Whoa. This is what I call blowing up the comments. Let me get a let's go. Ratman says, dude, I owe you my EMT license. Ratman, let me get a let's go on that. Hey, let's go. Xavier, help me pass my NREMT. Thank you. You're welcome. We got Mike Snowman in the house. Let's go. Daisy, The Face, Les, Andrew, Jen, Harmless. Woo! We blowing up those comments. Let's go, everybody. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Tim, Daisy, Matthew. Hello, coach. Help me so much. Orlando Ruiz. For all you do, your video vaults help me big time. Orlando, let's get it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Michelle over teaching. Thank you, Michelle. Whitney says, yay. Jason, let's go. So if you didn't know, or if you're coming in live, our fourth place winner was already announced. Preston Bauer. Fourth place was Preston Bauer. I will try to, every time I announce a winner on here, I'll comment it down below too. So fourth place, Preston Bauer. Congratulations. Storm Willis, thanks for the birthday message. What's up? Happy birthday. I guess somebody here. Let's go. Dia said my name. Dia, let's go. I got someone saying go blue all the way. Evan, what's up? Watch it from FDNY. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Varun, when did a job as an EMT from your videos? Let's get it. Man, you all, I am overwhelmed with the support right now. And I just got to say, thank you everyone for being here on this live. Y'all are amazing. I'm so happy I can help so many of you. We got Barbados in the house. We got Florida in the house, Cleveland, Ohio. So let me know in the comments right now where you're tuning in from as well, because people seem to be doing that. And let's move on to our third place winner. Okay, everybody, our third place winner. Here we go. Now, I'm going to put this in the comments because this could be a weird spelling on the first name here. So we have Zachary Pierce. Third place winner, Zachary Pierce. And I'm going to write the exact spelling out because that could be a common name. So Zachary Pierce. Zachary Pierce. Third place winner, Zachary Pierce. So let me just do an update on everybody so far, what we have. And that third place is going to be this right here, a Littman Cardiology 4 scope. So we got third and fourth set. So let me just put the winners so far in here. So fourth place is Preston. And put Littman. So fourth place, boom. Third place, here we go. Third place. Everyone blow that chat. Congrats. Make sure that these two are good. So if they come on, they can see it. And again, if you want, my team will be reaching out to you or me. Then gets to it first. Okay, we got our winners for third and fourth. So now we still have the MacBook Pro, which is first place. And we still have this Littman Cardiology as well. Okay, let's get into it. So we got through heart blood flow. Let's get into electrical conduction. And here we go. Let's get into it. So here's what we have, okay, with electrical conduction. Hang with me. Here's what we got. So I'm going to draw this giant heart again, okay? Pretty cool? All right. So to give you a reference point, small, I'm just going to put our chambers so we understand. This is still the right atria. This is still the right ventricle. This is still the left, your left atria. This is still your left ventricle. Okay, just putting that here, just so you're aware. Okay. Now, here's what we have to know. The action of pumping blood through your body is done by the muscles of the heart, right? But what actually makes the heart move on command? Well, part of that is what we call electrical conduction, which basically is another way of saying, yo, I'm talking about EKGs, right? Right. So you're probably thinking, what do these squiggly lines on EKG have to do with the heart pumping? Watch this. So what we have all the way up here, okay, and first we're going to name our players. Let's name the players in the game, right? Well, World Cup's on right now, right? So let's name our players, okay? So first, we have the SA node. That's our first player, okay? We're going to name the important players first, then there's some extra ones, okay? Right in the middle here is going to be our AV node. AV node. Okay? We have right about here, let's say, bundle of his. Some call it the his bundle. That works too. Okay? Now, we have some lines I'm going to draw for you here. Be aware, these dots that I'm drawing, this is the point. This line here is not a conduction line. It's just me titling it. Okay, so don't get confused by that. So these are the lines that I actually am going to draw out just to give you a general idea how it moves through. Okay. Now, these two right here are our bundle branches, right? These are our bundle branches, okay? Right and left bundle branches. Now, down here, I could almost draw like a spider-looking thing, but let's go like this. This is what, on both sides, is called your Purkinje fibers. And I'll explain. Got a lot to go over, so hang with me, folks. Okay, so we're looking at this and going, what is this? That's why I'm here. So, the way that the heart works, we have to conduct a beat. We have to conduct a heartbeat. If we conduct a heartbeat successfully, that means the heart will pump in normal order. So, the electrical conduction starts just in the same area up in the atria that we just learned about heart blood flow. That's why I taught to you first. So, the SA node is, under normal conditions, the pacemaker of the heart. So if you get a question, what is the normal pacemaker of the heart? It's the SA node. So the SA node fires at a rate of 60 to 100, meaning you have a normal person, a normal heart. Their heart rate, that's why in normal sinus rhythm, their heart rate is 60 to 100, right? Now, what these lines are here, I just don't want to draw too much stuff. You have internodal pathways going here to the different atrias so the beats get conducted, right? Now, the main thing I want to teach you here, because I don't have a mixed audience, the SA node is going to go through its pathways in the atria, and it's going to end up coming down here into the AV node. The AV node is our second main stop on electrical conduction, okay? Now, I'm going to show you normal, and then I'm going to show you what abnormal is. So hang with me at normal. So let's say everything's fine. SA node fires, boom, electricity comes down, great. Hits the AV node, great. AV node comes over, bundle of His, great. Bundle branches, great. Purkinje fibers, everything's great. That's like a normal sinus rhythm, right? Now, here's the big lesson that everyone can learn from right now, no matter what. You haven't even started school yet. If you're a civilian, watch this. Quite simply, if I do 2 actions, I can change this whole conduction. Watch this. What if I told you that the SA node has 2 substitutes? 2 substitute, if you will, those of you that might watch sports. We all know there's a first-string quarterback, a second-string quarterback, and a third-string quarterback. So in this case, the SA node is a star quarterback. But sometimes that star quarterback gets injured, right? If the SA node fails or gets lazy, doesn't want to work as hard, the AV node takes over. Says, hey, I'll take over conduction. I'll be the pacemaker. You go rest. Okay, fine. But guess what happens? We're going to have a different looking EKG, but in this lesson, more importantly, we're going to have a heart rate change. So now the heart rate of the AV node is about 40 to 60 when it's the pacemaker, right? So you get a test question. What is the normal rate of the AV node when it's the pacemaker? 40 to 60, right? That's the pacemaker of the AV node just hanging out doing its thing, right? Now, let's say the SA node, I don't want to be the pacemaker. AV node, I don't want to be the pacemaker. What do we have left? What's down here? Our ventricles. So the rate of the ventricles being in charge all by themselves is a rate of 20 to 40. And I know it's kind of coming off that. Let me just go. There we go. 20 to 40. So what this means, SA node is the pacemaker, you should expect 60 to 100. If everything else is normal, SA node goes, AV node, 40 to 60. The ventricles, 20 to 40. Now, watch me match this up with a real EKG. In this case, the SA node, that's like normal sinus rhythm. But what rhythm is a normal AV node rhythm? Well, here's how I remember it, and I hope this helps you. A lot of people call this section right here the AV node bundle of His, this section I just circled here. This is basically the junction of the heart, right? So you're going to learn in EKGs about a rhythm called junctional rhythm, where the junction is in charge and the heart rate is 40 to 60. That's it. Now, you also may have heard about a rhythm called idioventricular rhythm, where the ventricles are in charge, right? And that rate is 20 to 40. So just understanding that from a baseline, right? Now we can see a little bit of the A&P side a little bit of why EKGs do what they do. So EKGs, obviously, there are many factors that can come up of why an EKG may come up. But this is some good, elementary education on a basic level EKG understanding. And then I'm going to announce my next set of winners. But after that, we're going to go over a little harder, a little more. And I'm going to introduce you the actual EKG for the first time. Pretty cool? Let's get into it. All right. So let's announce our second place winner, shall we? Okay, here we go. I'm going to leave this up for about 2 seconds. Anyone wants to check it, screenshot, whatever you want to do, even though it's going to be on replay. So if you want to watch this, you can watch the replay. Cool? All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Okay, folks. So blast that comments one more time for me. Blast those comments. And just for the record, before we do second place winner, I'm not sure if you all realize, this is the largest giveaway in our history at Paramedic Coach. This is the largest EMS giveaway in history. And you're a part of it right now. So congrats on being here. We got 327 people live right now. I know if you're watching live right now, I know how much of an asset that you are going to be to your community. You are literally here studying with Paramedic Coach. I know so many of you that are in my programs, and you are spending your night here with me doing this. So God bless you and everything that you're doing here, because this is amazing. You know, every student was like you. Man, fantastic, right? That's the commitment that you have to EMS. So pat yourself on the back also as well. I want you to do that, because if no one's ever told you that, I'm going to tell you that now. Pretty cool? All right, good. Much love to all you guys that are on the live too. Seriously, I really mean it. If without you all being here, I'd be a guy talking to my computer. So, I appreciate all the live that, all the love I've gotten on this call, and I want to pass that love back to you all as well. All right, cool. Let's get into a second place winner. You ready? Let's go. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. Second place winner is Littman Cardiology 4. Okay, here we go. Tristan Mortel. You are a second place winner. Let's go. Tristan Mortel. You are a second place winner. Can I get a let's go, everybody? Second place winner. Here we go. Tristan Mortel. Let's go. Okay, quick. Fourth place winner. Fourth place, Preston Brower. Third place, Zachary Pierce. Second place, Tristan Mortel. First place coming up after our last lecture. Here we go. Okay, we're getting into EKGs. Now, that was second place winner. That was our last scope, okay? First place winner still out there for the Macbook Pro. Let's go. Okay. Let's get into EKG land. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So, we look good? Okay, here we go. Good. Okay, so a lot of you may have heard or may have seen an EKG, right? This is pretty standard EKG that we're looking at. Okay, now I'm not the best drawer. I'm better at speaking than drawing. This is probably a little wide, but it's okay. We're going to work with it, okay? So the goal here is to recognize the waves, and we're going to talk about and think about, okay, why did that happen? Watch. So the first thing we got to know, and a lot of medics make this mistake when they start learning 12-lead EKGs. This is the line right here. This is this line before the P wave. This is your isoelectric line. Any paramedic watching right now, any paramedic, a quick tip. When you're looking at 12-lead EKGs, is this patient having a heart attack or not? You got to look here. You don't look here. This is the PR interval. And my friends, if you have pericarditis, your PR interval is going to be depressed. So what this means, there are conditions out there that mess with your PR interval. That's going to mess with your ST segments. So you got to look at the isoelectric line to do 12-lead EKGs. As far as are they having a heart attack or not. Don't forget that. I want you to make a mistake. Okay, now we got that for my medics. Now let's go back to learning basic EKGs. Here we go. This is your isoelectric line, also known as your baseline. Obviously, if someone's in asystole, they have no electrical activity, they look like this. It's all isoelectric line. Fair? Okay. Now this is our P wave. Here's our Q. Here's our R. Here's our S and our T. All right? Now, let's do waves first, and then we're going to talk about some extra stuff. Okay? Now, this here, you're going to hear me say a positive deflection, and you're going to hear me say a negative deflection. When I say a positive deflection, I'm talking about a wave that points up. If you hear me say a negative deflection, the wave points down. So the P wave is the first positive wave on EKG. And the P wave represents, watch this. The P wave represents the atria depolarizing. Huh? Depolarizing? What does that mean? Come on, man. What does that mean? That's what I said when I was in depolarizing. What does that mean? So, depolarizing is a medical word. So, what this means, medical language, depolarizing, the way I want you to think of it is it's the atria's job to fire electrically. It's the atria's job to contract. It's the atria's job it's their turn. It's their turn to fire and go off. The atria, it's their turn to make their move. That's the way we remember that word. That's depolarization. Later on, I'm going to teach you about repolarization. We'll talk about it. Okay? So the atria, it's their turn. We talked about heart blood flow. We talked about electrical conduction. Right? See how it's coming together? P wave represents the atria. It's their turn to depolarize. We have a Q wave. That's the first negative deflection on EKG. The R wave is the second positive deflection on EKG. The S wave, the second negative deflection on EKG. The QRS complex represents the ventricles depolarizing. It represents the ventricles. It's their turn to contract. It's their turn to fire. It's their turn to go. That is the ventricles depolarizing. The atria's got to move. The ventricle's got to move. And we know that the electrical conduction tells the heart what to do, right? So that's what we have. The T wave, what's that? Well, it's the third, right? Third positive deflection on EKG. And that represents the ventricles, the ventricles repolarizing. Repolarization, what does that mean? Well, we all know rest. That's R-E-S-T, rest. Repolarization means the ventricles are now going to go back to the relaxed state. They already made their move. Now they're going back to relax. That's repolarization. Okay? So, atria depolarizes. Ventricles depolarize. Ventricles repolarize. Now, here's the thing. Where does the atria relax? Well, the atria's, repolarization wave, there is no wave for that. It's actually, this QRS is so big that there's no wave for that, right? So it gets caught. That's the issue, right? There's no wave for it. We can only see the atria depolarize. We can't see it repolarize. It's the QRS is so big. Cool? Okay. Now, with that being said, we also have some important intervals that I want to explain to you about as well. So we have the PR interval, which goes to the beginning of the Q all the way to the beginning of the P. That's our PR interval. Okay? And the PR interval, I could put it right here. The PR interval should be in a normal patient between 0.12 and 0.0 seconds. Pretty cool, okay? Now what's next? Well, next, we have something called an ST segment. So the ST segment, I'm put here, it should be flat. I'll explain. It should be flat, okay? So if I look at, and this is a quick tip. This is a quick tip, okay? This right here, this dot is your ST segment, right? So when let's say I'm reading a 12-lead EKG, trying to figure out, could the patient be having a heart attack or not? I look at from this line all the way over here to this line, the isoelectric line that I screamed to you before on, right? And I look back here, and I want to see if these two lines are the same. This ST segment only has 3 different things that it can be. The ST segment can either be up, elevated, down, depressed, or flat. It's okay. So when you're a paramedic, and I won't have time to go over, a full 12-lead EKGs. If you guys, I'll put some links to some of my products and stuff that I have. I have a full EKG masterclass if you want to learn more about this. I have a 12-lead EKG masterclass for medics and my video vault for NREMT prep. I'll drop it all down at the end of this video so you guys have all that. And I'll probably put a link in the comments too. But with this being said, this is something that you can start looking at. Let's say you're an EMT, you're with a medic. Hey, can you print, just learning this, can you print out an EKG? I just want to look at my ST segments and see if they're up, down, or okay. Like, is the ST segment all the way up here? Is it all the way down here? Right? Just from that, you can just start doing that. Just, okay, a little skill for you. Pretty cool? All right, good. And the last one is the QT interval, which goes all the way from the Q to the T. Now, the QT interval, there are different medical literature that explain the length of the QT interval, but I'll give you a solid one that you can go off of. A solid one to go off of, I'll put here, would be 0.35 to 0.45 settings for a QT interval. That's, if you just, to make it simple, if you want to remember one a setting or one time frame, different people will be a little bit less, a little bit more, but that's a decent QT interval setting right there that I can give you. Now, the last one that we can add one more for you would be the QRS complex. So the actual QRS complex itself is going to be in this amount of seconds, and I'll explain. Right? So roughly, give you some rough 0.08 to 0.12. If we have a QRS complex that's wider than 0.12, we call that a wide QRS complex, right? Now, how do we understand these seconds that we have here, right? My final tip for you tonight on EKGs is this. If you're just learning, right? I'm going to go over to my life pack real quick. I got a life pack over here. I'm going to print out a piece of EKG paper for you, okay? So I'm going to come print it out. You can hear it, keep it around. So print out an EKG paper for you real quick. Okay, let me turn it off. All right, here it is. Here it is, okay? So you can see the paper here, right? So this paper, you can see right there. You can see all those the little tiny boxes? And then you see those giant, bigger boxes? So with that, and here's the paper, right? Every single small box on EKG, I'll just put it up here, is 0.04 seconds. Then every big box, you can see, right? See that big pink outline box? Every big box is worth 0.20 seconds. Pretty cool? And that's how we measure these different intervals that we have here, right? Hope it was a good introduction for you. And you're probably wondering, like, Evan, like, how did you figure this lesson out, right? So this lesson is the same lesson when I would have a new EMT in the ambulance. And you're working in the ambulance, 8, 10, 12 hours, 14, 16, 18 hours, whatever you're doing. And they would say they were a new EMT. They say, hey, I want to learn more. I'd say, all right, I got you. When we don't have calls, if we didn't have calls, I'd say, come back in the back of the ambulance, and I'm going to show you a little lesson. And it's the same lesson I gave to them, and the same lesson I give to you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Pretty cool? All right, awesome. So now we got our first place winner. Let's go. All right, here we go. We got our first place winner, everybody. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready? Let me get those comments. I'm going to clean the board. Get some water. First place winner. Here we go. Ready? So real quick, I know some of you, I saw it, you're asking in the comments. I'm going to put the link if you all want to learn more from me. I'll just put it down here below. So this is my NREMT prep for every level. This is the website for that. This is lifetime access to all my NREMT prep. Also school prep if you're getting ready for school. Like let's say you're getting ready for EMR, EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic school, or you're someone getting ready for NREMT exams. Hit the link right here. You can see it. And that is my video vault. It is lifetime access to over 480 videos, practice quizzes, audio files. You get worksheets. You get anatomy and physiology worksheets included. You can fill them in. They're really cool. And you also get access to our private community group that is in the thousands of students. You can ask me questions, interact with other people, students. It's really cool. So that's the link there. Carr says, love the fact lifetime access. You helped me so much. Someone else says, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So the link is there. If you're someone who maybe you already have my course, or maybe you're somebody who really wants to learn more about EKGs, I released an EKG masterclass. I'll put that in the comments too. So it's a 12-lead and an EKG masterclass. If you want to learn more, maybe you're really enjoying this lesson. Like, dude, I want to learn more about this. I'll put the link here for you. And pretty much, if you grab those 3 products, you've gotten all my most up-to-date materials that I have. Yeah, and we hope you enjoy it. Michelle says, love the vault. Hey, thanks, Michelle. I appreciate it. All right, quick shout out I'm going to do. Aaron says, lifetime member here. Dina, yes, love to learn more. Dina, I'd love to have you on board. Okay, let's get into it. So quick shout outs we're going to do. Everybody blast those comments real quick. It's going to be my last shout out, and then we're going to do our first place winner. Okay, here we go. Shouts. Here we go. We got Super Diana, Jordan, Angela, Brooke. We got Sarah, your course is amazing. Alyssa, Gabriel, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Kiana. Hey, the Paramedic Coach, that's me. Damien, Fatima, Lauren, Puradark, Jason, Lisa, Carter, William, Stephanie, Jeff Van Hollen, music. And we got Alyssa, Regina, Marissa, Brian, Christopher, Tony, Skylar, Johnny, Ian, Dan, Michelle, The Soul, Nighthawker, Lindsay, Hayden, Billy D, Tracy, Randall's. Johnny goes, Randall's, you got to the full course, bro. Let's get it. I love it, Johnny. Johnny, thanks for the support. Orlando, get the Video Vault bundle. Great investment. I'm using it to pass NREMT. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Sean, I love Sean's comment. Just another great video. Sean, let's go, Sean. Let's go, Sean. Let's go. Charles, let's go. I love your program. Thank you, Charles. Love the vault, Michelle. Thank you. Trish, thanks for all you do. Lifetime member here, Aaron. Emily. Let's get it. Let's go, everybody. Okay, everybody shout out Alex in the comments. This is exactly why I made this. Let's go. Alex Northcutt. Just passed cardiology today. 12-week EKG class helped a ton. Let's go, Alex. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on now. Come on now. That is awesome. Hayden, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. I really appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. Whitney. Okay, here we go. Everyone's blasting the comments. Woo! We are blasting those comments, baby. Let's go. I love it. Okay, the last shout out, I'm going to do 10 more shout outs. Here we go. We got Christopher, Tanya, Brian, Karen, Toby, Nat. Oh, I lost count. More coming in. Ratman, Tim, Japan Man, Rob, Taylor, Emily, Johnny, and that weird science guy. And we're going to do one more. Last shout out is going to be David Rosenberg. All right, here we go. First place winner. We are at Mark 50, Street View 23, and we got Mike, and we got Josh, and we got Dia and Floyd and Tony. First place winner, MacBook Pro. Yeah, guys, I'm so excited over here. Let's go. MacBook Pro. Now, I'll put all the winners down below. Our first place winner. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. We have Kelly Jensen. Kelly Jensen. Kelly Jensen. You are the winner, Kelly Jensen, of the MacBook Pro. Kelly Jensen. Everybody give a let's go in the comments to Kelly Jensen. Kelly Jensen, you are the winner. All right. Johnny, I got shout out 7 times. Johnny, let's go. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so fun. That was the comment. That was the comment of the night right there, guys. I love it. I love it. Oh, man, I love it. Oh, that's great. That's great. I love you guys. Love you guys. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, hope you enjoyed this. Let me go over the. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I had a blast. So let me just do a quick shout out one more time of all the winners. So everyone's got it. Okay, so here we go. So fourth place winner, Preston Brower. Okay. Third place, Zachary Pierce. Second place, Tristan Mortel. First place, Kelly Jensen. Kelly Jensen. So everybody, much love to you all. I hope that you all had a great time. And man, I'm so excited here to see all the, a lot of familiar faces, obviously, but a lot of new people coming into, and man, it's been an amazing journey to serve you all. I'm so excited what we're doing. Again, if you haven't gotten the video vault yet, just added about 60 new videos to it. It is, when I say it's a masterpiece, it is incredible. So hope you all enjoy it. I'll put the link down below for all that before I take off. If you guys want to learn more from me, just for the video vault. And again, if you're getting ready for NREMT, getting ready for school, that's what I give to everybody. And everybody, we will talk soon. Someone asked who won. Fourth place winner was Preston Brower. Third place winner was Zachary Pierce. Second place winner, Tristan Mortel. First place winner, Kelly Jensen. Everybody, we will talk soon. Peace and love, and I will see you next time. Let's go. See y'all. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Peace, guys. Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon. Much love. Peace.